Pronunciation.
Pronunciation Pro.
Pronunciation.
Pronunciation Pro.
When I recognize words with that have a root, a Latin root, like predator, I don't find the right stress in the word.
Oh, okay.
So
Okay.
I was pronouncing, for example, predator, not predator.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So
So,
those are the kind of, yeah. So sorry, can finish your question.
At the end is or are, predator.
Yeah, predator, because it's first syllable stress, predator, then the rest kind of gets a little bit more of reduced pronunciation, predator versus predator, you know, if we were emphasizing that less syllable, then we would give that kind of that full pronunciation. But because it's first syllable stress, we're going to reduce that. So predator.
So it's der at the end.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Predator.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you.
Good. And the way that you're doing this, so nothing's gone wrong here. When the process of learning this, the stress, the word stress in English words is exactly what you're doing right now. It's you heard it and you're like, oh, I'm doing it different. I need to change that. You have the tools to know, oh, which, you know, I need to find which syllable is being stressed. So then you're like, okay, it's first syllable stress. So then you were able to make that change, you know, on your own. You noticed it, you heard it different, and you made that change. Okay. So everything you just did, congratulations. that's the process. Yeah.
But there is no logics or rule in that.
There are, but we can't really run around being like, oh, what are the rules? You know, like that's a really hard thing to remember in the moment. I have all of those rules in the word stress lesson in module 3. And we kind of break down, here's the prefix, here's the suffix, here's some of the rules that go along with it. But what I want you to do most often is what you just did now, is as you're exposing yourself to American English, as you're coming to classes, as you're listening to things, you're going to become aware of different ways of stressing things. You're going to become aware of being like, oh, that word, they said it this way. I usually say it this way. I need to practice it this other way.
Sure.
Yeah. So what you did was exactly what I'm hoping all of us are going to be, you know, keep continuing to do. And you'll, over time, as you keep doing that, now you have the tools to recognize it, you're listening for it. Then over time, you're just going to be exposed to more and more vocabulary and are able to make those adjustments on your own.
Okay.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, I love that. All right, go ahead here and we're going to get that rhythm and that flow and that intonation going. So what do these walls look like?
What do these walls look like? We focus on our slides. We look down. We retreat into our notes. In the process, we disregard the people in front of us, wishing them into invisibility. Even the most confident speakers find ways to distance themselves from their audience. It's just how we program. We're programmed.
Good. Okay, I love your awareness. I love the way that you're correcting yourself along the way. So what that tells me is the more that you read out loud with the focus, and your intonation was really good. I think the biggest difference is going to be linking and connecting. To get that flow, we need to focus on linking. Okay. I think your intonation is probably good, but because there's a little bit of like one word at a time, the flow can't really keep, be there. And when you read out loud consistently, working on that linking and connecting, you're going to find greater and greater flow. Okay. So reading out loud and just saying, okay, I'm going to connect all the words. what do these walls look like? And then even saying it 5 times. What do these walls look like? What do these walls look like? So do that 2 more times for me.
What do these walls look like? What do these walls look like?
Okay, do it 2 more times.
What do these walls look like? My first problem is
okay.
the.
Okay, so then there needs to be just more repetition with the TH sound, right?
When a word, these words generally cannot be linked with the rest.
Oh, okay. So when you come across something like that, all it means when your mouth, and this is for all of you, when your mouth comes across a sound or a word that it struggles to get through,
okay,
instead of being like frustrated by that and being like, why is that? All it needs to trigger to your brain is like, oh, this is a word or a sound that just needs more repetition. Because the more repetition your mouth gets with that sound, you're just training that muscle to move in that new way. Okay. Yeah. And that just requires enough repetition to get that muscle memory in place to flow easier. Okay.
Your voice is important and needs to be heard. If you're ready to speak English clearly and with greater confidence, I invite you to start your free 7-day trial at pronunciationpro.com.